The global video streaming market is booming. Content like podcasts, movies, TV, and yes, YouTube videos are all part of this $50 billion industry that's projected to grow by 20% a year for the next decade. The demand for higher quality streams of this content is likewise growing, but so too is the percentage of users experiencing streaming issues. This is because our current centralized video delivery systems just aren't cutting it anymore. To keep up with consumers, video streaming platforms and providers need to innovate and decentralize. One of the innovations they're turning to is blockchain, and the current leader in the decentralized video streaming space is Theta. Theta is a cryptocurrency project that has been in the news for all the right reasons. Over the past year, Theta has made incredible strides in adoption, secured numerous high-profile partnerships, and has unleashed a series of updates to its protocol that could change the video streaming world forever. My name is Guy, and today I'm going to unpack a few of these recent milestones and why I think the best is yet to come for Theta. Before I broadcast this transmission, I need to give you a disclaimer. I am many things, but I am not a financial advisor, and nothing in this video should be considered financial or investment advice. This video is just another resource you should consult when doing your own research, because at the end of the day, it's you who must call the shots on your investments. In case it missed your ear, my name is Guy, and some consider me to be the crypto guy. That's because I spend my days and nights searching high and low for the latest and greatest cryptocurrencies, exchanges, DeFi protocols, NFTs, and much more. If this tickles your fancy, consider tickling mine by hitting up that subscribe button. Be sure to ping that notification bell so you're always in the know with the crypto flow. As you may have already noticed, I've added timestamps to this video. You can use them to your advantage by skipping around to the sections which tempt you the most. And you can read short summaries of each section in the description if you're pressed for time. Alright, that's it for the housekeeping. Let's jump into Theta. Theta is a blockchain-powered, decentralized streaming service developed by Theta Labs, a Californian tech company which has its roots in South Korea. Theta believes that its unique design can ensure consistent, high-quality video streams in 4K, 8K, and next-generation definitions more efficiently and at a much lower cost than centralized streaming services. Theta achieves this by broadcasting video streams using a network of local nodes which cache video data and relay streams to viewers. To incentivize people to cache and relay video content, Theta uses cryptocurrency, specifically its TFUEL token, to reward network participants. This even includes viewers like you and content creators like me. The TFUEL token is used to pay for transaction fees on the Theta blockchain and can also be freely traded on multiple exchanges. You can think of TFUEL as being Theta's version of gas on Ethereum. In contrast, the Theta token, which has been going parabolic since the flash crash in March, is used for staking and governance on the Theta network. While staking rewards on Theta are not very lucrative, over 50% of Theta's entire supply is currently being staked by over 3,000 nodes spread across the globe, a strong signal of support for the project. Both TFUEL and Theta are native to the Theta blockchain, which uses a multi-level Byzantine fault-tolerant consensus mechanism. The Theta blockchain is known to be incredibly efficient, boasting an average transaction time of just 3 seconds, and being able to handle over 1,000 transactions per second. If you want more details on how Theta works, I recommend watching my previous video on Theta by clicking here. For the purposes of this video, the short primer I just gave you is all you need to know to understand the magnitude of what I'm about to cover. 2020 has been a busy year for Theta. Around the time I released my last video on the project, Theta launched Theta Live Embed, which makes it possible for websites, blogs, and even social media platforms to stream content from Theta.tv, which at the time was primarily esports. The twist is that streamers, viewers, and the website hosting the stream would each get a third of the TFUEL generated from the stream. Assuming that 1 million people watch a Theta stream, this could pay anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 to the site, and presumably a similar sum to the streamer and the viewers collectively. The first company to integrate Theta Live Embed onto their website was TFUEL, an energy drink that's popular among gamers. In April, Theta started to diversify the content on THETA.tv by adding a 24/7 poker stream in collaboration with World Poker Tour. And then came the month of May. On May the 6th, Theta announced that they partnered with Coindesk to be the exclusive streamer of Consensus Distributed, which featured some of the biggest names in the crypto space. The next day, Theta launched the Theta.tv Android app built for smart TVs. This makes it possible for any smart TV to become a relayer node on the Theta network to share bandwidth and optimize streams for nearby viewers. Theta also announced that they would be making the Theta SDK they use to build the Android app free for any developers to use, making it easy for Netflix and YouTube to integrate the Theta protocol into their streams. This move seems to have caught the attention of Google, which officially partnered with Theta and became an enterprise validator on the Theta blockchain shortly afterwards. That same day, Theta's Mainnet 2.0 officially launched. In addition to making improvement to the network's performance, Theta also announced that Guardian nodes would be able to participate in block production, something which had previously been afforded only to enterprise-operated validator nodes. Now, this is significant because it drastically increased the decentralization of the Theta blockchain. Around this time, Theta also partnered with MGM Studios to stream classic Hollywood films on Theta.tv over the summer. All of this news came out the same week that Samsung announced that streams from Theta.tv would be embedded into Samsung Daily, which is now on over 75 million Samsung phones. By the end of May, the number of nodes on the Theta network had doubled, and the price of Theta token pulled a 5x from 10 cents to over 50 cents on some exchanges. But this was just the beginning of Theta's bull run. Building on the momentum from May, Theta announced an ambitious development roadmap in June. The most significant milestones they detailed included the introduction of smart contracts with the specific goal of managing copyrighted content on their platform and creating an oracle for their network to give transparency to content creators, advertisers, and publishers. Apparently, Theta wasn't fooling around, because a blockchain development report by Outlier Ventures in June found that Theta had a 10x increase in development activity in the second quarter of 2020, making it the third most worked on cryptocurrency during that time. This report must have made the rounds at Coinbase, because in July, they noted Theta as being one of the cryptocurrencies they were considering listing. While this has not yet happened at the time of shooting, I reckon it's only a matter of time. In August, Fail Army became Theta.tv's first premium content partner. Theta Labs also announced that while they had enough money to continue development, they would be unlocking and selling 30 million of their staked Theta tokens to add even more momentum to their growth. And then came the month of September, aka May 2.0. First, Theta revealed that part of their accelerated momentum involved attempting to carve out a niche in the DeFi space. To this end, they noted that Theta smart contracts will be interoperable with Ethereum smart contracts. Then, in a bombshell announcement, Theta shouted from the rooftops that they had secured a US patent for their decentralized streaming protocol. In their own words, quote, "This groundbreaking patent secures Theta Network as the first and only successful blockchain-based decentralized video protocol." To top it all off, Theta partnered with Chainlink to identify bad streams like the crypto scam streams we somehow continue to see here on YouTube. In November, Theta announced the beta release of the Theta Edgecast, which is the first fully decentralized video streaming protocol. It is built entirely on the Theta blockchain using smart contracts, and not a single centralized server or centralized service is used. Even though December has only just begun, Theta has already made some other big announcements. Last week, Theta added a K-pop entertainment channel to Theta.tv, and assuming I got the timing right with this video, smart contracts on Theta should be live as of today. Theta's December 10th upgrades are huge for the project. If you currently hold Theta or TFUEL tokens or are a node on the Theta network, fret not, because these updates do not constitute a hard fork. But what exactly is Theta going to change? For starters, it will enable smart contracts on the Theta blockchain, a feature that's been in development for months. Theta smart contracts will be interoperable with Ethereum smart contracts, and both Theta Labs and members of the Theta community are currently building DEXs, staking pools, and other dApps that will be going live on Theta in the coming weeks and months. Theta will also have its own fungible and non-fungible token standards, meaning it will be possible to create new assets and NFT collectibles on Theta. Now, this is significant given that Theta is firmly plugged into the esports space. Oh, and by the way, if you want to hear more on my thoughts about NFT potential in this niche, hit that video link in the top right corner now. Now, many of you will know that interacting with decentralized applications requires a browser wallet extension like MetaMask. As such, Theta has also developed a browser plugin that looks awfully similar to MetaMask and will serve as the one-stop shop for everything Theta. Not only will you be able to mint new tokens using Theta's new wallet extension, you'll even be able to use Theta's existing web wallet to easily create new smart contracts. To keep track of all these new assets and smart contracts, Theta has also revamped the Theta Blockchain Explorer, which they've modeled after the popular Ethereum blockchain explorer, etherscan.io. Last, but certainly not least, Theta has lowered the stake required to become a Guardian validator on their network from 10,000 Theta tokens to just 1,000 Theta tokens. This is part of Theta's continual efforts to further decentralize the Theta ecosystem, which Theta Labs hopes to eventually turn into a decentralized autonomous organization run by its community. Now, speaking of someday, what exactly does Theta have planned going forward? And how will it affect the price of the Theta token? At the time of shooting, Theta does not have a clearly defined roadmap for 2021. However, recent interviews with Wes Levitt, Theta Labs' head of strategy, give us a few hints. First and foremost, Theta Labs remains hyper-focused on growth and believes it can continue to clinch significant partnerships for the next few years. Wes specified that Theta's strategy is not to take the streaming industry by force, but to establish beachheads inside the various niches of video streaming. This is evidenced by the increasingly diverse content they're adding to THETA.tv. Rather than come in and promise partners the world over, Theta is simply looking to prove to them that their technology works well and will greatly improve the experience of their users and, by extension, the amount of profit they're able to take home each year. Theta Labs is so dead set on building connections in the streaming industry that it's why they continue to remain in California, despite the more favorable economic conditions offered by fintech and crypto hubs like Zug, Switzerland. Second, Theta is very obviously looking to dabble in the DeFi space. Whether they are intent on taking some of the market share from Ethereum remains to be seen, but I suspect that this push is an attempt to raise awareness about the project and bring more users to the Theta ecosystem. Unfortunately, the engagement on Theta.tv has been subpar so far. Whether or not Theta's economic shenanigans will work to bring in bodies remains to be seen, but whatever gets people talking about Theta is bound to be good for the project, even if it means kicking the bee's nest of DeFi. Finally, Theta Labs is hoping to decentralize its network as much as possible and eventually turn Theta into a decentralized autonomous organization. To be honest, it's not entirely clear to me as to how they're hoping to do this. In fact, it's not entirely clear how Theta's current governance mechanism works. Theta is supposed to be a governance token, yet some of Theta's only existing documentation about governance suggests that voting is limited to enterprise validator nodes such as Google and Binance. I should also note that I'm not entirely sure whether transitioning to a decentralized autonomous organization is a good idea for a project such as Theta. This will fundamentally depend on how Theta's governance works and how it might change as the project becomes more decentralized. I assume that governance will be a central theme for Theta in 2021 for this reason. As I was putting together this video, Theta came out with an announcement about Mainnet 3.0, which is expected to roll out in spring 2021. This will introduce a new type of node to the network called the Elite Edge nodes, which are created when a regular edge node stakes TFUEL. In addition to TFUEL staking, TFUEL burning will be introduced. 25% of all TFUEL payments made in the Edge network, which powers Theta's Edgecast streaming protocol, will be burned. A full white paper for Mainnet 3.0 has also been released, and I'll leave that for you in the description if you're interested. This leaves us with the question of the hour. What will happen to the price of Theta and TFUEL? Analysing Theta and TFUEL are two very different things because Theta and TFUEL have very different tokenomics and use cases. As mentioned earlier, Theta is used for staking and governance, whereas TFUEL is used to pay for transactions on the Theta blockchain, is earned by Theta stakers, and is also given to viewers, content creators, and even to websites hosting Theta-based streams. Starting spring 2021, TFUEL will also be stakeable and will see some amount of burning for network fees. As you can imagine, all this TFUEL stuff requires a certain kind of tokenomics that isn't entirely friendly to price action. While Theta has a maximum supply of 1 billion, TFUEL has an initial supply of 5 billion and is also inflationary. TFUEL inflation does not seem to have begun yet, but once it does, its supply will increase at a rate of around 5% per year or more if required by the Theta network. What's worse is that Theta staking rewards are low compared to other cryptocurrencies, yielding only 1% per year, which is ironically good news for TFUEL. Unfortunately, the introduction of TFUEL burning in 2021 will likely not be enough to offset the inflation the token will experience. Moreover, since TFUEL is a staking reward, this means that there will always be a much higher degree of sell pressure for the TFUEL token than the Theta token. For these reasons, I'm pretty bearish on TFUEL, even though it is pumping as I put this video together. However, I think Theta can and will continue to see impressive growth. Lowering the staking threshold from 10,000 to 1,000 Theta might be enough to tempt people to buy Theta and participate on the network. While there doesn't seem to be a lock-up period for the Theta token, something tells me that the enterprise validators which put down the most aren't going to be pulling their stakes anytime soon. More importantly, we're at the beginning of the next crypto bull run. Theta emerged well after the end of the previous bull run and only became its own independent token in 2019. Although this makes it hard to predict how high Theta could go, the absence of any previous resistance makes me believe that the sky is the limit for Theta during this bull run. Decentralized video streaming is a very promising use case, and it's a technology that video streaming providers are going to need whether they want it or not. The video streaming market is growing at an impressive speed, and as giants like YouTube continue to add barriers to content creators, the demand for a functional, high-quality video streaming platform will only continue to increase. My bet is on Theta. If you were watching this video while doing something else and didn't quite catch a few details, I've got you covered. Theta is the current leader in blockchain-based decentralized video streaming. Over the past year, it's made incredible progress in terms of development and adoption. Theta streamed one of Coindesk's largest events ever. Theta partnered with Google, which is now an active participant on Theta's network. Theta.tv became available on over 75 million Samsung phones. Theta cut a deal with MDM Studios. Theta signed on Fail Army as their first premium content creator. Theta partnered with Chainlink to stop those stupid YouTube crypto scams. Theta made it possible for websites to embed Theta.tv streams and earn cryptocurrency. Theta launched Edgecast, the first fully decentralized video streaming platform. Theta successfully acquired the first blockchain patent for a decentralized streaming protocol in the US. The Theta network has over 3,000 network nodes spread around the globe, and now it has smart contracts that are interoperable with Ethereum and a web wallet plugin opening the door to DeFi, and these are only the highlights. Theta's 3.0 mainnet is now on the horizon just in time for the cryptocurrency bull market. The price action of the Theta token has consequently gone through the roof and is looking increasingly more positive by the day. The TFUEL token is also pumping, even though it has some pretty dismal tokenomics. That's cryptocurrency for you, eh? If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to drop a like to massage that YouTube algorithm. Why not consider subscribing if you haven't already, and if you do, ping that notification bell for good measure. The bull market is upon us and you need to get this info while it's hot. On that note, I have a bunch of useful resources that you can use in the description to help you stay on top of the crazy crypto market. First, my Coin Bureau Insider Telegram channel, where I share daily insights and updates on the crypto market. Second, my weekly newsletter, wherein I deliver the type of crypto content that makes you want to come back for more, including more useful links, more resources, and even an update on my personal cryptocurrency holdings. Third, my new Instagram, where you can binge on memes and peek behind the scenes. And last but not least, the Coin Bureau merch store. I insist that having access to stylish shirts is a useful resource, and it also helps support my work on this channel. If you order one now, it might just arrive in time for Christmas. Again, the links to all these are in the description. That's all for today, my friends. Stay safe and stay crypto. Guy, signing off.